A very good day, ladies and gentlemen. As you've seen from my previous slide, my name is Danny Boy David from the Bachelor Degree Program of Medical and Health Science. So before I start my video presentation, I'll be explaining what is personal health. So, when we think about personal health, what do we always think about? But from the side of the University of the consultant side stated that personal health is defined as having an ability to take charge of your health so that they can make a conscious decision to be healthy. It has 5 main aspects, that is physical, emotional, social, spiritual, and intellectual. However, for us to consider well, we must not neglect all these 5 main aspects. But to focus all these 5 main aspects and to cramp it for this one video presentation, it will take more longer than 10 minutes. That is why I'll be focusing on one side, that is the emotional health. Hence, my video presentation is emotional wellness and how we maintain it. So, emotional wellness. When we think about emotional health, do we consider emotional health and mental health are the same thing? No. The answer is no. Because mental health, it is made up of emotional, psychological, and social well-being. And it needs these 3 main parts so that it's considered a mental health or mental wellness of a person. But for emotional health, it is derived by focusing on our emotion, where an ability for us to feel, to think, so that we can feel the wellness and health, so that what makes us happy and what can we do to make this thing as a happiness to us. That is why for this video presentation about how we maintain it, there are few, or do I say 7 to 8 activities or mental activities that can help us to maintain our emotional wellness. So, the first point of helping with our emotional wellness in the mental health activity is making sleep as a priority. Because sleep is an important part of taking care of ourselves. It plays an important role in your mental and emotional health. When you are not getting enough rest, it can be difficult to deal with, as situations will arise and the lack of patience and the stressful event can become a long-term effect towards us. It is recommended that you try getting a 7 to 9 hours of sleep or rest each night. And it's not just about getting too little sleep or getting too much sleep, but we must know how we can make sure the time that we sleep doesn't affect the time that we work in our daily activities. Yes, while there are over-the-counter medication that you can take to help you fall asleep, it is advisable that you talk to your doctor or any psychotherapist to discuss any possible causes of your sleep apnea. Second is about exercise. Well, anything that we talk about exercise is always a good thing, because exercise will help us in different way. That is include with our emotional and mental health. Because by doing any physical activity, it will help us by building up our confidence and also release our stressfulness when we need it the most. Because by doing physical activities, your brain releases hormones and will boost your immune systems when they are needed the most. And it will show a much more positive outlook on your current situation. And not only that, it also helps you with your sleeping pattern, as it will boost whichever part that you feel lack the most. Getting more exercise doesn't mean though that you needed to do all those gyms activities or outside activities. As we all know now with the COVID pandemic, it is difficult to do those kind of activities. That is why most of the time you can do all these activities at home just by doing skipping or jogging, but not in the outside. Maybe you can do it on the inside or doing in any part of your housing area. So the third point that we can talk about mental health activities is volunteering our time. By volunteering our time to a cause or organization that you care about or that you can think of can go a long way in helping your emotional health. It can help you shift your thoughts and your feeling to something much more productive. And also in difficult time, by volunteering, those in need can gain a new perspective of your situation. It can also help you to go a better touch with your emotion and see what other people are going through, so that you can become familiar with their stories and their situation. And if you're dealing with the difficult emotions, just by putting on focus on these things, or do I say volunteering time, it can make you to let your mind to go to something much more positive outcome. The fourth point that can help you do mental health activities is spending time with friends. I know it's a very simple thing, and sometimes we could consider it a very ludicrous thing, but just by spending time with your colleagues or with your best friend or just friend, or do I say, can have a positive impact on your emotional health. And by participating in any activities that they're provided for you, and especially enjoy it together, it can help you take any focus off those negative points or negative energy that you feel that you're experiencing, regardless in work, in families, or any personal thing that we can think of that makes us feel more down or negative. Spending time with friends can also cause you to laugh and enjoy more, which is a positive outcome on your mental health, and that's something that we can think of. The last point of mental health activities that we can involve ourselves to help maintain our emotional wellness is talk about your feeling. Part of being emotionally healthy is being able to feel and understand what you're feeling. This is difficult though, because if you think about what you think and what you talk, it's different what you experience. Take the time to talk to feel about your feeling can help you step that you can take that improve your emotional and mental health. However, if you feel like it's a struggle to talk about your feeling or to other people, you can start by simply talking out loud to yourself. Sometimes this can help you become more comfortable with sharing your feelings. If you don't have anyone in your life that you're comfortable talking to, what I consider the most reasonable or logical thing is by just go to any licensed therapist that you can think of, regardless government or private, because by going to these therapists that are competent, you must know that they can help you by listening on the words that you wanted to share, what you experience. Because just by him learning or her learning about your experience, about your feeling, can help you in a long-term effect. So after all this point that I provided, we must start by summarizing it. So before I conclude my presentation, ladies and gentlemen, let me summarize what I have said about emotional health. Personal health consists of these 5 N aspects, that is include emotional health, and it is these 5 N aspects that are needed to maintain ourselves to be healthy, or do I say to be well. Emotional health is more about emotions, and that's one second point that I would think of to summarize my conclusion. And third, the mental health activities that I provided. All these mental health activities can help you in a long-term effect, especially during this pandemic time, that I will repeat over and over again, because we are currently living with this COVID pandemic. But just by doing all these mental health activities, it will help you in a long-term effect, in a long-term wellness, that you will feel happy and healthy, because that is what the goals of having a personal health, and that is the definition where we as a person or as an individual to take charge of our health so that we can maintain health, the word healthy in our life. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, that is important that I conclude this presentation to say thank you and good luck. God bless.